Following is a presentation by DGW LLC for Fresh and Fast. The purpose of the following presentation is to present the concept and business proposal for Fresh and Fast and to obtain needed financing to start operations for the proposed business. The concept for Fresh and Fast is a healthy counter-service restaurant with lean farm-to-table fare that can provide a healthy alternative to fast food, but providing it in a expedient manner. The team evaluated the region of Logan, Utah for a location to propose to put the business startup, with the target market being aimed at the progressive young adult that will be examined further in the presentation. The rationale for the concept developed based off of market trends that were relevant, with small cities being the boom and a much larger decline in the metropolis. The healthy fast food industry is another market trend that was seen as an opportunity. The team was able to evaluate using a matrix to assess those top booming small cities as identified by Forbes, and evaluated that with the potential market opportunities of the healthy fast food industry and others alike. And this is where the potential match came together for the Logan, Utah location and the healthy fast food option.
As we will discuss in our presentation, and as our research bears out, there's a cultural shift away from the normal fast food restaurant to ones that now offer options. People are becoming more and more health conscious as we move forward. Nearly a third of U.S. consumers want healthier food, not just reduced price menu items. Our research indicates that the fast food industry is alive and kicking with $160 billion worth of business. It also is a major employer within the U.S. market, employing 10% of the workforce. The restaurants that we have listed here indicate that a precedent exists for fast food with healthy menu choices. We believe that Fast and Fresh will be able to fit within this market and be a sustainable entity as we move forward.
The kickoff of the market study is focused on a very broad perspective of American health in general. With the increase in obesity and overweight and just general unhealthy habits, there's been a trend of upswing towards increasing activity and nutrition labels and just making health at the forefront of what we're doing each and every day. And Utah, as we start to drill down on that, is identified as one of the fifth healthiest states and the fourth lowest in obesity rate. The fast food industry has sustained incredible growth over its life cycle and is continuing to do so, but this does present a opportunity to be able to take part of that business with some of the shifts that are occurring socially. The average fast food meal is anything but healthy. It's over half of the daily recommended intake for one meal. And so now there's a trend towards healthier items even within that fast food industry. And that's come about through social change with items like Super Size Me and other social inputs. There are a lot of healthier trends that pair and support the concept of the healthy fast food restaurant with personal health items, restaurant apps, which is that health component being pushed to the forefront and being made visible, mobile devices that are helping folks to stay focused and on target, and other systems. And so that tech takeover is part of that modernization. Our consumer demographics, as touched on earlier, are focused towards the 18 to 35 years old, educated, of high school and above, and a lot of that has to do with the university in the area. Moderate income levels, households are fairly average, not staggered in one direction or another, but mostly those are the permanent residents, non-student residents, and occupations being focused towards more socially conscious professions with personal care, arts and design, etc. Our risk analysis starts with evaluating our competition in order to understand the challenges we may face in entering this location. As illustrated, these are some businesses that fall within our price category and in some ways into our niche with some healthy alternatives at these restaurants. Understanding what these restaurants have to offer and differentiating within our niche business provides our opportunity to mitigate those risks. With large fast food chains offering healthier items, that is a risk to a smaller startup. The healthy fast food is a newer concept, and so being a pioneer in that regard is also poses its risks that demand attention. And finally, from a financial perspective, the farm-to-table fare has a lot more perishable items, so the ability to buy in bulk is taken away in some ways, and there's a lot more input to it. Therefore, there's a little bit more of a cost associated with the input of the product. Our business operations is how Fresh and Fast will differentiate itself and mitigate the risks that are presented. The local produce and meats that will be provided is a unique input for Fresh and Fast. All the items being made to order, we can satisfy folks' dietary needs and also ensure that everything is made fresh for you as a customer. We'll be able to serve our customers 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There is an array of options that are available for selection, but it's also focused so that the costs and supply chain management is much more manageable. Menu pricing from $1 to $7.29 per item is the general range. The next part of our risk mitigation is understanding the construction aspect and the risks associated with having to undergo construction and those inputs to get the business off the ground. And so we were able to identify a lot of the general contractors in the area, coupled with the permits that are currently out for Cache County, and we're able to discern that there is going to be availability of general contractors. We will be able to deliver the product, we will be able to deliver the building, and finally the backup to that is that we can expand our solicitation to the Salt Lake City area, which is just over an hour and a half away. The drive-through is a very important item to focus on when dealing with any type of takeout or fast food market. Speed and service has become a shared item of importance for consumers, where it was traditionally only speed in the past, but service has made an increase to the forefront. But what we were able to find out is that our target market is willing to wait. The pie charts here illustrate that the further removed from the traditional burger joint, the more willing folks are to go into the restaurant and wait in order to receive their food.
During our site analysis, our group reviewed the options of buying new land and starting construction from the ground up, leasing an existing facility, and locating within a strip mall. Each method has its pros and cons, as we outlined in the table before you. Based upon our desire to limit initial out-of-pocket expenses and to open the facility as quickly as possible, we decided to pursue an option to integrate into an existing strip mall within the Riverwood Shops of Logan. A review of recent demographic information provided in the chart before you reveals that the proposed location will experience an increased population growth within a 5-mile radius of our location. This is important for potential customers as well as potential employees. Our data indicates that the growth trend will continue to increase, as has been the case over the previous 3 years. Utah State University is within a 3-mile commute and will provide over 2,300 faculty and 27,000 students as potential customers to our restaurant. The Riverwoods complex will be located along Main Street at the point of the highest traffic, where as many as 38,000 cars pass through every day, a prime location that real estate agents believe will help boost Logan's economy. The complex is well spaced and provides ample parking at 4 stalls per 1,000 square foot of retail space. Major thoroughfares that will service the complex are Main Street, that will run north and south, and US Highway 89, that will run east and west. There are numerous smaller traffic feeders that will branch off the main roads and into the complex. The complex is also serviced by 2 bus lines and multiple taxi service providers that shuttle people to and from the local convention center nearby. A major decision to occupy our current location was based on the existing buildings and surrounding complex that would draw potential customers into our area. The current complex is a 28-acre complex near 600 South Main Street in Logan, Utah, which includes a Marriott Spring Hill Suites Hotel, a conference center, the Falls at Riverwoods apartment complex, and multiple retail shops and restaurants. Major anchor stores exist already, such as Kohl's, Kmart, Bath & Body Works, and Victoria's Secrets. These will serve our target demographics and will serve as a major source of customer funneling into our establishment. Logan and its surrounding markets have plenty of financing options, as you're well aware of. What we'd like to propose to you today is to enter into a small business-backed loan with your institution. As you know, this will allow for longer terms and lower monthly payments as we kick off our business. And as you're well aware of as well, there's no early payback fees. We would like to propose loan terms in the following manner. A $500,000 loan stretched over 10 years at a 6% interest rate. We believe that the estimated monthly payments would be just over $5,500 and bear out an estimated APR of 6.68%. With an estimated cost of our loan of $181,000, bringing our total repayment to $666,000.
The capital budget illustrated here is able to break down all of the cost of the development from design, development costs, construction, with an overall price tag of just over $630,000. Cash flow projection main takeaway is that by limiting the amount of cash up front, by going with a lease option, and by financing most of this and eliminating any cash and major output at the beginning, we're able to maximize our cash in versus the cash disbursement and spread that over the 10-year life of the loan to maintain and increase profit. The schedule illustrated here is our plan to implement, starting with the market study that was touched on at the beginning, all the way through our financial management and sustainment upon opening the business. With a schedule of just over 220 days, we feel like this is a reasonable time frame to develop and get Fast and Fresh off the ground and be realizing a profit for a successful business. We appreciate your consideration.